Hello again, guys. Killer Sports here again today, and well, it's a little over 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So, you know what that means? That means the NFL trade deadline has just came to a conclusion, and well, it was a pretty good one in my opinion. We had some massive moves, and so I'd say let's just get right into it. So, the first big move was Marcel Darius going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I believe it was for a 6th-round pick. And I think who won this trade, I mean, if you look at it, it's like, well, the Bills, they get to cut off a bunch of that salary, a lot of money, because I think Darius was getting like 5 years, 90-something million or 100 million. So you look at like, Buffalo, they do get some kind of compensation, but they get rid of that contract so they can go out and get free agents over the summer and stuff in the spring. And well, for Jacksonville, although their defense has been absolutely great, Saxonville as they've been called, the Achilles heel has been stopping the run on that defense, and they get a guy Marcel Darius who once was one of the better run stuffers in the league. He gets to be back with his old head coach Doug Marrone. That's cool. So maybe Doug Marrone knows what to do with him, he should be. And if you look at it, Marcel not been great with the Bills over the past few years, but when Marrone was there, he was great. I feel like that this is definitely going to be a nice little fresh start for him. Now, if you look at the winners, I mean, you look at, hey, Jacksonville just got a pretty good player. It's a risk move, surprisingly. It's a gamble because he might not end up being great, and then you have to pay all that money. And if you also look at it, take a note on Allen Robinson, because I believe he's going to be a free agent this offseason, and they're going to be very well over the amount. They have so much money that they have to pay to that defense that Allen Robinson's probably going to want a lot of money. So you might have to look towards not signing him. So you look at that, and then Buffalo, they get to dump all that money off. And you never know who a 6th-round pick can end up becoming. And so, yeah, I think you look at it, well, Jacksonville definitely upgraded on defense. If it pays off, that's going to be a steal. But if it doesn't pay off, it's like, Buffalo absolutely won the deal, because you look at, hey, they got a 6th-round pick, but more importantly, they cut all that salary that they had with him. So, yeah, that's the way I would look at it. I believe the next trade was the Dwane Brown to Seattle trade. That was a big one for Seattle. I believe it was Dwane Brown to Seattle, and then to Houston, it was a 5th-round pick this year, a 2nd-round pick in 2019, and Jeremy Lane. Now, you look at it, and you're like, well, Dwane Brown was already on holdout anyways. The Bob McNair comments, which I never addressed, but like, come on, that's just not right in my opinion. You definitely need to apologize. I think he might have apologized, but you can't be saying stuff like that too. That's just gonna make a team be torn, dysfunctional towards you, the owner. So that's my little 2 cents on that. But I think that this trade, I think Seattle won it. Not by a lot, but I think they won it. Again, they did a great job with that, because now you got a guy in Dwane Brown who's been to the Pro Bowl before. He gets this fresh start with Seattle. He's now already just became the best offensive lineman for them. He's going to be able to protect Russell Wilson's blind side, to protect the franchise quarterback. Houston, I mean, they've been already doing great without him. You also look at that. And Houston, they get a 2nd-round pick, which could be about the 50th pick or so. A 5th, well, you never know who could end up being in the 5th round. And then they get Jeremy Lane, who I believe is one of the better slot corners in the league. He's pretty underrated at the slot corner. And, if you look at it, well, Houston, they've already been doing great without Dwane Brown, so they get some pretty nice compensation. But then you look at Seattle, and they got Dwane Brown. So actually, I'll take that back. I'd say they both won the trade pretty equally. So I like the trade that just went down between Seattle and Houston. I think, again, they're going to be able to protect Russell Wilson a little bit better. And Houston and Dwane Brown have been kind of split, and they got a pretty decent compensation for him. So that's my thing on that one. All right, next. The big one for me, because guys, I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a Boston sports fan. Jimmy Garoppolo getting traded for a second-round pick to San Francisco. So right away, immediately, I feel like Kirk Cousins, that whole thing's going to be done. I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to the 49ers. And also, I kind of had a feeling that the Pats weren't going to get a first-round pick. They've been looking for a first-round pick for Jimmy. But if you think about it, where the 49ers are right now, they're 0-8. That second-round pick can end up becoming like the 32nd, 33rd, 34th pick. Actually, no, I'm sorry. The 33rd or 34th, 35th pick, because I think this 32nd pick was in the first round. Correct me if I'm wrong. But again, I think definitely San Francisco probably won, because it definitely might have just found their franchise quarterback. Although you could say, well, Jimmy's only played in 2 games. It's like, he's only played in 2 games, but he's been pretty good in 2 games. And also, he's worn behind one of, if not the best quarterback in the history of the NFL, and Tom Brady. I think he's the best ever. Just like the video if you disagree, but it's just my opinion. I'm not being biased. I've seen what he can do. But I think someone will obviously pass him at some point. But all right, back to the task at hand. Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Kyle Shanahan knows a thing or two about quarterbacks. You know who he's had before. Matt Ryan. And, he's had Brian Hoyer when he was, I believe, in Cleveland. And they played pretty well. Think about how good Cleveland was at one point. And that. Jimmy Garoppolo going to 49ers. I think he's gonna thrive there. He will shine. I'll miss him because he was a great teammate, pretty good quarterback. He's not pretty good. He's a good quarterback, good backup quarterback. Now he gets his chance to shine. And our second-round pick, well, we'll see who the Patriots actually draft. Maybe Bill Belichick has something up his sleeve. But, he can't really trade it now since the trade deadline's over, so he might end up using that on somebody. Maybe he sees somebody he likes. So, I say for right now, the Niners definitely won this trade. But, here's the big one. Wow. I couldn't believe when I saw this one. This is absolutely insane. Like, what? Ajayi gets traded for a 4th-round pick. 4th-round pick to the Philadelphia Eagles, who have the best record in the National Football League. Like, what? A 4th-round pick for Ajayi, a Pro Bowl running back? You could say, oh, well, Ajayi's been kind of struggling a little bit, but you could have gotten something a little bit better than a 4th-round pick for the guy. And also, why Philadelphia? They already have LeGarrette Blount. Hey, maybe those are going to be 2 bruisers back there, bruh. 2 bruisers back there. Think about it. Like, Ajayi and Blount they're going to wear down defenses, dude. That, and Philadelphia's offensive line is kind of a little bit underrated, in my opinion. They're not bad. So, man, they're going to be pretty good. Because they've been kind of pass-centric a little bit. They've been predicated on passing the ball a lot this season. So now they're going to have Ajayi, who's a workhorse. along with Blunt as a workhorse. Should be interesting to see how they implement both of them. They're going to be splitting carries for sure. So, I'm very interested in seeing what unfolds here. Why did the Dolphins go for the fourth? I'm going to agree. Stephen A. Smith said today on First Take that there's definitely something fishy about this. I agree, because you just don't get rid of a guy that caliber of a player who is a Pro Bowl running back. Oh, hold on. So I just got something on my phone. We're definitely going to have to talk about that. Wow. Okay. So, wow. All right. Hold on. I just got something on my phone. I thought the trade deadline was over. Wow. Okay. So, hold on. But we'll first finish this one. Fourth round pick. Fourth round pick for Ajayi. Wow, what a trade that just went down. I don't know. I got to look at the details of it a little bit later, but okay, but all right. Anyways, what was I saying? Ajayi, fourth round pick. I don't know why you give up a fourth round pick for a guy that's that good. Again, Stephen A. Smith, as I was saying, something fishy about that. Maybe there was maybe a little bit of rift in the locker room. I don't know. But, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. But I think the Dolphins definitely lost this trade. Fourth round pick. I mean, you never know who the fourth round pick could be. But for Ajayi, I mean, who's running the ball now? Kenyon Drake and Damian Williams? That's all I got to say. But, guys, Carolina just traded Kelvin Benjamin to the Bills. What? Like, you're gonna rip Cam? This is my initial first reaction to this. This is literally just came on my phone. It says, breaking Buffalo Bills acquired Kelvin Benjamin in a trade. Now, I don't know who traded. I'm gonna guess probably like a second and a third, or I don't know. Probably nothing that big, but my God. So Cam just lost one of his number one receivers in Kelvin Benjamin. Tyrod Taylor's, they've been kind of lacking at the receiver spot, though. But now, you got to think about it. Well, they're going to have Kelvin Benjamin and Jordan Matthews. So the Pats will be versing Kelvin Benjamin not once, not twice, but 3 times this year. That's interesting. He probably won't play on Thursday. That's very... you only have 2 days to learn the playbook. But, man... Kelvin Benjamin, I mean, he was hurt one year. He missed an entire season, if I recall. I know Cam likes him, but, you have Devin Funchess, who kind of fits that mold a little bit. Funchess is pretty good. He's about the same size as Kelvin. Man, so it's probably going to be Funchess. I'm trying to think of who would that be, wide receiver 2. Would it be Curtis Samuel, I think? You obviously have Christian McCaffrey, but wow, okay. Kelvin Benjamin. I'll have to look and see what that deal involved, but wow, like, that's an incredible trade. Like, I thought the trade deadline was over. I thought it ended at 4 o'clock. We just... Mid-video, I get this, guys. Mid-video. Like, what? I'd say Tyrod Taylor. I think I don't know what the Panthers got in return. I'm kind of sitting here waiting, but I'm just gonna keep talking until if I do get it might end up ending the video. There should have been a live stream or something. Like, this video is oh my God, I don't even know what to say. But right now, I say that the Bills won this trade, but it depends on what they gave the Panthers to get him, because Kelvin is pretty good. Again, as I said, he was injured. I remember him being injured I forget what season was. He was hurt all year. He's going to be a nice jump ball guy. I mean, I'm thinking right now it's going to end up being Kelvin, Jordan Matthews, Andre Holmes, I would say, with McCoy and Taylor, and then you end up getting Charles Coy back. That Bills team's kind of looking good. I'm scared as a Patriots fan, because this Bills team's kind of shaping up to be a good one. man. All right. Well, I guess that's all I'll say. I'll probably end them. I don't know. But you guys will read into it anyways. But let me know what you guys think about the trade deadline. I can't believe that we just got a big trade while we're even just making this video. So that alone is insane. So let me know what you guys think. Who won the deals that happened? If anything big comes out, I'll end up making another video. But for right now, what an insane trade deadline. That's all I gotta say. Let me know what you guys think about the trades that happened. And yeah, Kilby Sports and I'm out.